Good morning. Welcome back to Everyday Struggle, Nadeska Akademiks, and Wayno here on a glorious Tuesday morning. Happy to report that Akademiks has been very punctual. He has a gaming station here at Complex now. It's like fucking Christmas for him every day.
Every day.
I haven't been late in mad long. I don't even know why I haven't been.
It's only because of the gaming station, though. I don't know who set that shit up for you, but it's great.
I just started playing that shit, man. Salute to NVIDIA, man. They sent some good stuff over. They ain't sent it for me, but I'm definitely taking it home whenever they're done with it.
Whatever gets you here. Wayno, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I wasn't feeling too well last night, but I'm a little bit better now.
I hope you didn't get sick for me.
I hope not either, cause man.
I got some elderberry gummies though for anyone who needs it.
You
It's
keep
for the
pushing those damn gummies. Yo, she must
all,
invest. She
yo,
invested in
it's
the
all
feeling well
natural.
now?
I'm feeling a lot better
I'm pretty
now,
sure
yeah.
she invested.
Did you go to
in
the
those.
doctor?
I should invest. No, I didn't go to a fucking doctor.
Drink some of that
West
grenadian
Indian,
herbs and
ginger,
spices and stuff.
Ginger, sleep, and elderberry. You know we don't do doctors, academics. Come on.
Facts.
All right, let's get into it. So Nipsey Hussle's memorial service is officially being called Nipsey Hussle Celebration of Life, which is beautiful, taking place this Thursday at the Staples Center in LA. It's starting at Thursday morning Pacific time. It's actually going to be open to the public, which is cool. Complimentary tickets, but only for California residents. Now, Karen Civil has been working really hard on this. Of course, she was a close friend and business partner of Nipsey's. She said, "This is the last time I get to work with Nipsey before he's laid to rest. Everything real big." This is nice. I like that we're going to celebrate his life because it's been really difficult coping with the loss.
Yeah, very classy, very classy. I mean, you know, people are still mourning Nipsey, but now that, you know, what's done is done, it's going to be good to see him sent out the right way, and I'm pretty sure Karen's going to make sure of that. You know?
She absolutely will.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So yesterday, we talked about Kodak Black being disrespectful, unfortunately, to Nipsey and Lauren London. A lot of people got upset, including T.I., and it seemed like he really doubled down on this. So yesterday, Kodak's art was removed from T.I.'s Trap Music Museum in Atlanta, and we're assuming it's because of what he said. Now, this comes after T.I. definitely called him out on Instagram over the weekend. Kodak, of course, responded on Instagram. Here's what he had to say.
Yo, recipe shot it low. Recipe that boy shot it low, man. Fuck all that other shit. Fuck that pussy ass museum. Bitch, I ain't get y'all permission to put me up there anyway, bitch.
No one's gonna take Instagram away from this man. This just is what it is.
It's a project, baby, man.
Yeah, it's just weird, you know what I mean? Because he, Shorty low name for what, only because he having a problem with T.I. Like, he didn't say T.I. Like, but I don't know, man. Like, if that's T.I.'s decision, you know, like we said, you can say what you want, but you're going to be held accountable for the things you say, so.
I mean, I guess, well, I think collectively we probably still feel a little way that the apology wasn't as sincere as we wanted it to be, or actually even said those comments at all. I just look at what everybody's doing, whether they're banning his music, they're taking him down from the museum. Y'all know in 2 weeks y'all gonna be loving him again, right? I just want everybody to know that, like, we could publicly scold him and then start reaching out in the process. I feel like we're trying to divide the lines, and he should probably just be quiet for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks, somebody else.
It's not gonna happen.
It's probably not gonna happen, but I think he kind of gets to that, like, yo, trying to explain your intent, that's over with. Your apology, people ain't like it. So, of course, Kodak loves all smoke. So he wants to beef with everybody who said something about him. But if I'm him, I would just not say anything for 2 weeks. You know, again, Nipsey's about to be laid to rest. People found it very offensive that you said it before it got laid to rest. And even if he was already laid to rest, people found it offensive. He should just be quiet on that issue so far. But trust me, he wanted T.I. smoke. He told you he don't even like old heads anyway. He told you. He told you. He don't like that old nigga vibe. So.
Well, I think, shit, larger than this, he should just be quiet for a little bit longer. I mean, I think that Kodak, he's very effective when he's making music, but when it comes to him speaking about anything, there's always some sort of issue. So, you know, if he could find a way to just chill off the gram for a bit, he'd be in a little bit of a better space, but I don't see that happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no way he's going to be quiet for 2 weeks, but you know who's going to be quiet for 2 weeks? Us. This is just a reminder that after
nice
this
segue. Look at you.
Thursday, this
That was
Thursday,
fire.
it's the elderberry gummies, y'all. After this Thursday, we're going to take a 2-week break, so we're going to be back at the end of April.
Why you gotta spoil their, like, cancellation rumors? Like, the people in the comments,
yes.
they're ready, yo, they got
It
canceled.
does not matter
It's
what
over.
I say. You know the rumors are going to start anyway. I just want it to be someone else's fault. It's always my fault. Nadeska fucked it up. No one can stand her. That's why. Blame Wayno this
Yeah, blame
time,
it on
man.
me.
No,
Shit.
it's Complex and Nadeska. Y'all
yeah.
have been the, like, like, listen.
There's an agenda going on.
There's always an agenda.
Y'all always took the blame. I
Upper
gotta keep taking it.
Upper management. All right, so we're waiting on album number 5 from Schoolboy Q. And last week, he was one of several artists who decided to delay their new music in honor of Nipsey. But it's a brand new week, so we do have some brand new music. So yesterday, Q dropped a new track called Chopstix, featuring Travis Scott, produced by DJ Akademiks. Now, this is obviously a follow-up to Num Num Juice. We got that one a few weeks back. And he actually performed the song on The Tonight Show in March. What did you guys think of this record?
So, you know what? Schoolboy is kind of shaping up. I think that he's going to drop a really good project. I'm always like kind of skeptical on his albums. I think the last one, the Blank Face joint, was dope, but like he usually has like, I usually mess with like half of the album and not the whole entire thing, but I think he's 2 for 2 on this. I wanted to know from Ak, right? Because Ak, remember when Num Num Juice came out, you said it seemed kind of like a throwaway, something to get the people hyped, which I really thought it was dope. I thought it was really dope. But what do you think the direction he could go now to have like a big week or a big moment in his career?
I ain't gonna judge the album based on these songs coming out, because I thought this shit was a mid. Like, I thought it was a
This one?
Again?
Yeah. I thought this was a throwaway Travis Scott hook. You feel me? Like, that shit, as generic as, and I love Travis Scott, but like, I know generic hooks when I see them. Like, when the track is titled Chopsticks and all I remember is you saying chopsticks, generic, too generic for me. It's not the rapping. It's not, of course, it's
This
not
is off
Schoolboy
one
Q.
listen or multiple listens?
I mean, one listen. I mean, that's all I need to give it. I'm telling you, it just didn't catch me. And it's not Schoolboy Q, it's just the hook.
Okay.
So like, I'm listening like to see if it's a dope song. And
So should we even just stop playing singles for you? We just need you to hear the entire album.
No. Ak wants the singles.
No, because I rock with certain songs. Like, it's like The Weeknd. I love The Weeknd. But The Weeknd gave Uzi a feature called Unfazed, where all he just said is Unfazed like 30 times. Shit was
Wait
like,
a minute. It's so surprising to me that this is your criticism, because I feel like you like a lot of songs where they just repeat one word till my mind hurts.
when it's organically catchy, not just like some forced, like, contrived bullshit.
How do you determine from your expertise,
Refined talents,
right?
yeah.
How do you determine if it's like just some throwaway shit? Like, how do you get that? I want to know this.
Man.
We interviewing an actor today. I wanna know
No.
this shit.
Well, it's one of those things where, listen, you just know when you hear it, man, or when you see it. Like,
So
it's hard to have a definition on it, but when you see it or hear it, you know what it is.
So did you fuck with the joint that's on 2 Chainz album, the joint with Travis? Because it's kind of like a repetitive hook.
Yeah, but that was way more organic than this shit, though.
Wow.
I felt. No?
I don't know if organic is the right word
Academics
we're
feelings.
using here.
I mean, it's either organic or phenomenal. Like,
No,
it's like 3 words. Trash.
It didn't
phenomenal.
Seem forced. It didn't seem
organic.
forced. You feel me? I think Travis is giving some of these niggas like throwaway like hooks, man. This is like the left
Why?
off,
Because he's not avid
off
like bridges and shit.
Astro World shit. Yeah, man. I'm used to the whole shebang. I'm getting like toned down, like, all right, man. So the discounted verse or the discounted hook? Yeah, that's what we got.
Nah.
Scudo.
I don't think it's that at all. But I mean, I do.
And the reason why I ain't gonna judge his project off of this is because I don't think a song that with Travis Scott on the hook is gonna define what I think his project is gonna be about. True. Of course, that's what's supposed to get the listeners in. All these niggas throwing Travis on the hook. The nigga streams the best, right? So like, again, hopefully the song's a hit, like, but I'm not gonna judge the album or go into listening to the album with my feelings of this song.
Yeah, I mean, his singles is always like kind of different from the album when you look at it, like, collard greens, or you look at the drink.
That part, he's had some
That
joints
part,
though.
That part was fire too, but it's like kind of, it wasn't the same the whole album through. It was like it stood alone on the album, right? So I think that he throws the singles out there, but his, as long as it's some real Schoolboy Q shit like how he did on Blank Face, I'm all for it.
Yeah, he's not the kind of artist that you judge off of his singles necessarily.
Yeah.
By the way, I did like, I have to come on list. I like Num Num Juice a little bit more.
You see,
I said I love this song now. I said
you can't be coming here with your one list and judgment.
It sounded like,
Num Num Juice is fire.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I ain't gonna say fire now.
That shit is fire.
I ain't gonna say fire. I'm just saying I like it.
You've called
I ain't
shit.
gonna say fire.
You've called shit that wasn't as good as that fire before. Don't even lie. It's mad shit I heard you caught fire before.
I know, but it depends on how we, like, a lot of times when I be judging singles, the first thing is, like, catchiness. Like, yo, how catchy is this? Like, is it one of those songs I hear and I just can't
but
get
you
out my
have some
mind?
of your dumbass terms. Like, we need to make a segment out of that. Is it a shower or a grower? They're, like, super, you know what I mean? Like,
Nah, I said it was sales. That's sales talk.
That's what
What
I'm
are y'all
saying,
talking
though.
about?
We need to, like, have, like, a segment where it's like, all right, let's just be honest. You listen to this joint one time, then we could get back to when you listen, like, 7 times. That's what I'm saying. So the song has a chance to grow with you.
Your shit is not good unless Act closes his eyes and says phenomenal. He describes everything with phenomenal. It's either phenomenal, trash, or it's a throwaway.
My man's been working on his vocabulary this year. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with mid. No, my new thing is mid.
Mid?
Mid.
All right, you feel me?
All right.
What's wrong with that?
All right, Ak. All right, so we know Kendrick Lamar feels a certain way about Big Sean. We found that out on his Project Damn.
I just found this out.
No, you didn't. Cut it.
I'm serious. I just found this out.
Really? All right, welcome. All right, so an old snippet leaked this week. We're not sure who leaked it, but it sounds like it could have been like a cut from Element, one of my favorite songs on his 2017 album, Damn. And it certainly sounds like he's taking some pointed shots at Sean here. Let's listen.
I think it's false confidence got him inspired. I can make them respect you, baby. It's not my job. You're finally famous for who you date, not how you rhyme. Cute ass raps, get your puberty up.
Boy.
I don't know why this leaked now or who decided this was the right time. Kendrick's not even in like album mode or anything like that.
Is he
but
overseas or something like that?
I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him recently.
When he did that tribute to Nipsey, I think wasn't he overseas? He was doing a show, I know. Yeah, he was doing a show overseas.
Yeah, I think it was.
But I mean, listen, man, I always say all the time, man, nobody don't want no lyrical problems with Kendrick, yo. People don't want that shit. What?
All right, all right. So let me kind of bring it back, right? So, by the way, maybe y'all knew. I didn't know that Kendrick had lyrical substance
Okay, come
smoke for
on.
Big
Deep
Sean.
dives were done when he dropped like those last.
I know but it was like some very light sublime.
Okay, but you're not
you know what I mean?
shocked
Light.
to hear this is what I'm saying, are you?
Yeah. I know Big Sean felt a certain type of way because Kendrick smoked his ass on his own song, and then everybody kept just like always asking him about
Kendrick's verse, not
Kendrick's
the
verse.
song.
And by the way, actually, let me not even say that because I'm just like speaking like a hype beast. That's not true. Kendrick didn't really smoke him on Control, right? Kendrick got the nah.
We're about to go
Sean verse was nasty too, but
Nobody cared.
you're right. Nobody
Nobody cared.
cared, and it went down like he got smoked. He didn't get smoked. On Holy Key, I got Big Sean winning that shit. That's facts. You get me? And I think Big Sean been having this little thing on his shoulder, like, yo, like this guy kind of embarrassed me, and I kind of want to get my one up. You know, he had 2 chances, and I mean, I don't know. This felt personal. Like he only known for dating like chicks. Like, come on, man. Felt a little personal to me. I thought it was a lyrical type of thing between them.
What do you mean? I mean, if
Which again, I score it a lot closer than I think the public scores it. The public scores it like every time Kendrick is on a track with this guy, he drops like 85 bars and like washes him.
Well, I mean, this is another thing that goes back to our conversation from yesterday where, like, we wasn't supposed to hear this. This is like one of them closed-door conversations we was supposed to hear this shit.
Right.
But if we going back into battles, how we was having our battles on battles last year, right? When you dissing somebody, you're supposed to poke at everything you can. What's the biggest problem that people have seen publicly in Sean's career? His relationships.
You yourself have said this countless times, you hater.
I get it, but I'm saying like.
He like, now it's
hold on.
personal.
Nah.
It's not
But
lyrical.
when we were talking, all right, so let's
Maybe
get
it just
back into our
feels,
balance
it feels out of
conversation.
pocket for
Let's get
Kendrick.
back into our balance
Let's get to
conversation.
it.
With Tory, right? Didn't we say when it was Tory and Jordan said, all right, like, you know, there's like competitive jabs, and then there's
Jordan went personal.
went personal.
Jordan went personal.
You don't think that I don't think Kendrick don't strike me as the personal guy.
That's what I'm saying. Is it just seem out of pocket for Kendrick specifically? Like if Tory did it or Joyner,
I think
would it be that shocking?
The thing is with Kendrick, when he did Control, he marked the line in the sand and did everybody to cross the shit, right? And for the most part, like people had fun. Like even remember Meek did like a little thing going, like he did
He had a sense of humor about it.
Yeah, a sense
but
of humor
other
about
people
it.
caught feelings.
People caught feelings, but nobody.
I like that. He was one of the only niggas who actually responded.
Yeah,
niggas
but nobody
or
crossed.
trying to act like he ain't talking to me.
Nobody never crossed that line, because I just think that if you get into something with Kendrick, I think he'd rip a lot of these niggas out here to shreds lyrically, right? Now with Sean, the only thing that catches me off guard about this is that it's a leak. You know what I mean? But like, I don't see him. I think Kendrick had bars for everybody, and this just seems like some old shit. What? Damn was 2 years ago in April, right? That damn, well, we
2 years ago, but kind of recent.
It's
Like
still
if we're
kinda
considering
recent.
when Control dropped, that was a minute.
Yeah, Control was like what, 2015?
Even earlier,
No,
right?
earlier than that. Hell
2013.
yeah,
I feel like it's
That's
been a
what I'm
minute.
trying to say. Like, all right, so is this?
There's a lot of shit that's behind the scenes, though.
No, I get. We should never heard it, but we not heard it,
Never heard it.
and I'm gonna just credit like a hacker. You know what I mean? Because niggas be finding song versions or ref shit that shouldn't be out, and then they put it out. But I'm looking. So at what point did Kendrick make this? Is it like after Sean went on that whole little? Because you gotta remember, before Sean's last project, was it last project? He went on a whole press run where when he was asked about this, or asked about like just him and Kendrick rapping together, like he was kind of just standing his ground on some shit. Like, yo, like a lot of y'all just act like it was just a one-sided thing. Like I really did my thing though. You get me? Maybe it's a direct response to like that type of energy from Sean, because I don't see. Actually,
You guys remember the Heart Part 4? I was just trying to remember the name of it. And they were speculating that he may or may not have been taking shots at someone. You don't remember all of this happening, like around 2017?
Nah, 2017 was a real blur for me. I had a lot going on.
No. I think Sean took some shots at him too. I'm jogging my memory. I don't
There's a
even
big
niggas be
business
taking
or
all
something. Like I'm telling you, there was like a thing back and forth, and the deep dives were done. Like
But
I'm not sure why you're so caught off
These
guard by
niggas take
this.
shots at each other all the time.
Wait, wasn't Sean? I think it was either Sean or somebody else was, and he had like a line that said, "Yo, a lot of your favorite rappers be saying a lot of shit, but don't be saying shit," like something like that. And I think when people heard that, they were assuming it was at Kendrick. Maybe this is Kendrick.
speculating if
Somebody
it's
in the
him or
comment section
Drake.
gonna definitely tell me what it is.
Yeah.
But maybe it's Kendrick responding back to Sean on some shit like, "Man, nigga, you only known for dating a bunch of pop stars and you're trash anyway." I don't know. Maybe that's where this came from. But I'm gonna just stand on this, even though I retired from defending Big Sean. I can't do it no more.
What do you have to defend him for? He's
I
fine.
used to defend him as like there's not a top 3 in hip hop, there's a top 4, and he has to be in it. But after a couple underwhelming projects, I see this guy look like he's crying over like Janae.
All right, fine. I will defend him and say, remember, he just said
He just
he's been
said he's
going
going-
through a
right.
lot.
I know.
He got some therapy. He's making the best music he's ever made. Let's give my man a chance.
Okay,
Yeah, let's give him a
but
chance
what
at
I'm
this.
saying is, I can't defend him on the top 4 thing until he proves me, right? However, I could defend that, the times he's rapped with Kendrick, like, trust me, I will not sit here and let people say he just got bodied, like how they automatically say Jay got bodied by Eminem. It wasn't like that. Even though Jay didn't really get bodied by Eminem.
He didn't, but...
I would love to hear
Nas
them
made
rapping
that a
together
thing.
again. I hope this is not one of those lifetime beefs if there really is an issue. Like,
I just want to hear niggas get on song. Like,
Yeah,
I
I wanna
just
hear them
niggas
have
get on
fun
song.
Fuck
together
that, I want these
again.
niggas to really diss each other now.
stop. No, we don't. Not these two.
No, on some like Tory Lanez competitive shit.
No, I ain't
Make
gonna
it so
lie.
then.
I want somebody to catch a beef with Kendrick. Like I really want somebody to catch.
Who would be brave enough,
Niggas
though?
is terrified of that. I really believe niggas is terrified of that. I really want somebody to really go out there and try it with him.
You think so?
Yeah, hell yeah. I think that don't nobody want that. I'm dead serious. I don't think
Even
nobody.
Tory might
wants
You
draw
that.
know
the
what
line
we
there.
realized that there's so many layers in like a rap battle. Like Kendrick could have all the bars in the world.
Okay,
and then,
but
and
they're
then, and then,
strategic as fuck as well.
well, then niggas might expect the fucking vulgarness too. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
So-
but he's gonna be vulgar. I mean,
He can do all of that.
He can do all of that. That's what I'm saying. Remember around that whole time where it was like the whole is Kendrick gonna diss Drake or not thing? Like after the whole shit when he said Drake name on Poetic Justice and all that shit, and it seemed like Drake kind of distanced himself from him or wanted to distance
No,
himself
he said
from
them
him.
on Control, and Drake
Yeah.
was in his feelings.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Remember around that whole time, I want somebody. Well, not Drake now, but I'm just saying I don't think nobody wants to do that with Kendrick. Like he's the person that you don't want to do that
I
with.
wanted Drake to catch that smoke with Kendrick.
Yeah,
'Cause
everybody
I thought
did.
that would have like, you know,
Everybody did.
I think that's like if you're thinking about just great like equating rap
legendary rap
rappers
beefs.
to like basketball
Yeah.
players. That's that great finals matchup right there. You was hoping to see it, but you know.
I just don't believe anybody wants it.
Well, Big Sean is not no victim, and he will not sit idly by while leaked verses just get randomly thrown out there.
He wouldn't defend him.
He's not gonna respond.
Unless TDE make that call and be like, listen, this was old. Sorry, Sean.
If he didn't respond before, I don't think he's gonna respond to this. A leak. It would be weird for him to respond to a leak, right?
I mean, Big Sean.
Sean definitely
Sean
dropped
can
some
rap.
response bars.
All right, man. Let's get this album. I'm excited. I'm ready for him to be back.
Me too.
All right, guys. Good news. Machine Gun Kelly and G-Eazy have made up.
White on white unity.
Their beef has officially been squashed.
Yo, how does he even sneak on the rundown? This is news. Yo,
I
this is
didn't know
news.
that they was beefing. But then again, I did.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I'll give you guys some backstory in a minute because I forgot too. But over the weekend, G-Eazy surprised fans. He brought MGK on stage in Vegas, according to XXL. They ended this beef about a month ago or something in Europe, and Kid Cudi, amazingly enough, who knew, brought them
Why are you
together.
calling this a
dinner.
beef, man?
I don't know. All right, so okay, if anyone.
Yo, I ain't dying. Yo, I tell you this though. You see how like in hip hop they always pit the women against each other, right? How they can only be one. It could really only be one white boy though. Like they like it can only be one. So we might be moving in a new direction in life today.
I didn't even think this was even worth like letting people know like they squashed. This was no beef. It would be shocking if it was like, yo, they saw each other and swung. I'm like, yo, oh shit.
No,
they
this
actually
is-
getting it in.
Well, if this would have been, yeah, I didn't know. I thut that it was
I'm
just
sorry, y'all. I
Eminem.
feel so unprofessional. So the backstory here is
G-Eazy.
this started last summer when MGK dissed G-Eazy in his Funk Flex freestyle, and G-Eazy responded on a track called Bad Boy. You guys remember this, right?
No. I don't remember saying.
Wait, oh shit. Fuck.
What?
When she was saying this shit, I'm already thinking of Yellow Wolf and Post Malone, bro. I'm lumping all these white niggas. Oh shit. I'm thinking the
You know
fuck?
we're gonna be called racist today, right?
Bruh,
It's
like,
academics.
you think I'm keeping up with G-Eazy and Machine Gun Kelly beef?
I didn't know that they had a problem. I just know that when it comes to the white rappers, it's always like one having a run at a time. It's never like a consecutive thing. They never put each other on each other's records or any of that shit.
Yeah, if I'm Machine Gun Kelly or after bodying them and them, I'm getting these niggas out of here too. The rest of them.
Nah, man.
The rest of them.
Should Kid Cudi also squash, who did we just say? Yellow Wolf and Post Malone's beef? Like maybe he's like the mediator for these beefs that we forgot happened?
Kid Cudi just seems like a very positive person. Like he walks in the room like, come on, bro. Like we have to end. Like this is not cool. Like he just looks like he exudes a certain type of energy where when he comes around, everybody just wants to be cool anyway. So if he has relationships with these people, maybe he could mend. But who knew? Like you couldn't. Nobody could have told me Kid Cudi ended this shit. Why are you dying laughing? Yo?
It's not a beef. Like you act like it was some serious shit. Where you like, yo, get DJ Clue on the phone. No.
But
Like,
no, I'm
yo,
not gonna lie. I forgot too. I had to like definitely look this up. I was
Yo,
like, they were beefing.
when you were reading it, I'm like, yo, wait, didn't one of them call another one of them like corny? And I was like, oh, that's like Post Malone and Yellow Wolf or some shit. I didn't even know these niggas were
Have any of them ever called each other cracker is what I would like to know.
Oh my God.
No,
Well,
I'm serious.
You guys need to put some respect on white rapper beef, all right?
Man, this is
God
why we got
damn
a
it.
disclaimer ahead of the thing. That was the thoughts of Wayno.
I just wanted to know. Yeah.
They probably call each other nigga.
You know what? Can we go to the next
Yeah, that's my
story,
next
please?
topic. That's good.
All right, man. Boosie is having some issues right now. So according to TMZ, him and former NFL player Antonio Allen were busted yesterday on drug and gun charges in Georgia. Now they're both being held in jail, facing multiple issues. But even worse than that, he's really pissed off at his fans right now for not supporting his music. He recently got on Instagram Live and blasted them for not supporting his latest album, Badass 3.5. Let's take a look.
And you don't even want to spend $10, $20 and buy a nigga CD. Get the fuck off my live right now. Nigga be all on live, have y'all laughing and shit. You don't even want to spend $9. You don't want to buy one song for $128. Get the fuck right now.
Right now.
But you always
I
want
like
to
that
on my live.
style. You try to make sure the viewer count going down. Like he looked to the side. Y'all rock with Boosie.
The disrespect, yo. You're coming to laugh at the jokes, but you can't support.
No, I love Boosie, but you know what this is? This shows me that this is a result of Boosie becoming more of a personality, because now we see him more talking. I don't really hear as much music as I used to from Boosie, and I feel like in his space, I wouldn't just put him in there, but like I feel like Black Youngster took over that whole little like the theatrical, the money, the playing with the money. Like everybody who says you find a 20 on pussy because of Boosie. Remember he did that in like 2007, Count All the Money, right? But I think like Black Youngster kind of took over that like that character space in rap.
You think you're going into the Plies lane? Like,
I wouldn't even say the Plies lane, because Plies always has like the funny motivational shit. I think Boosie just has like I think he has a very interesting perspective of like, because he's going through so many different things. Like you ever watch his Vlad TV interviews?
always.
Like that's what I'm saying. His Vlad TV interviews is
his
so.
His perspective on life is like really. I mean, he came on Everyday Show one time too. Like I love when he actually speaks on shit.
But I think that he's been speaking so much, and we haven't seen Boosie do a press run in a while or do so many things that people are getting so used to him speaking, and they don't even know that he's dropping music. Because every time I'm checking more for Boosie interviews than I am for music, personally. You know?
That's really interesting.
Right.
And that's really true too.
Yeah.
So you never really think about it that you could actually be so overexposed in terms of interviews and press that you're not a personality. So like, for example, something happens, you go see Boosie give his comments on that. But you're not really hearing him talking about, yo, so this is the music. Perhaps that's what he needs to do. But first off top, I'm hoping the story about whatever, him getting locked up with the guns and whatever charges, hope those are false and just a misunderstanding. You know, Boosie's been through a lot with the legal system.
Absolutely.
You know, we've been going through, just as hip hop, going through a lot. It would be devastating if this is some shit that gets him hemmed up. Separate and aside from that, this video is honestly pretty much how I think a lot of people do feel. And unfortunately, that's the state of hip hop though. People will watch you and like your pictures. Like, you can't equate the attention you get on social media to like people liking your music. Like, you see a Lil Pump, he got, what is it, like 17 million followers? Drop an album, sell 42,000. You get me? Like, again, when you drop a picture, you get 1 million likes, and you can't get 1 million people to stream a song. Like, it's ridiculous, but I understand being frustrated because Boosie is one of the people who, I know he does all the interview stuff, he does a lot of live TV stuff, but he utilizes social media to get closer to his fans.
Right.
He's on live, like cracking jokes with them, bringing them intimately into his life, showing them his house, his kids. And I think for him, he's like, that experience that you guys would have not gotten 10, 15 years ago, you should cherish it, and I should be rewarded for it. Right. You get me? And perhaps he's rewarded like in terms of his shows and people showing up there, but it's a little disheartening when you see 3,000, 4,000 people watching you, and then you realize the music doesn't sell so well. Because you know what? You know what he said later on in the live? He's like, you guys only watch me for me to act a fool.
But then that's the thing. Are you then at this point supposed to pivot? Or you just keep making music because it makes you happy, understanding that you're probably not going to like get crazy numbers. But like you said, you could still tour off of it. Fans will still come out to see you.
Hold on one second. Yeah, he said one thing which I loved. And I hope Instagram evolves that platform. I've seen Facebook started to do it. Like, your supporters, you should be able to isolate the people or figure out some way how to reach the people who pay for your shit and give them special content. If it's a situation where it's like, yo, you guys bought my album, whether through Instagram or some type of connected way, I'm gonna have just a live stream for y'all. Because they love him on live.
Yeah.
You get me? But when you're giving away free content like that, like, they're gonna be like, why I'm gonna buy your album, nigga? You gonna be on here every day, making me laugh. I still fuck with your old music. Your new music, I don't really care about that much. But if he could reward the people who are paid now, it would probably help him a little more.
I think at this point what Boosie needs to realize, well, I'm not saying that he doesn't, but of course he's a veteran. Like, he's been in this game for a very long time, and you gotta start switching gears. A lot of artists stay kind of mentally stuck in the year they had the most success. So he's used to having success from his albums, right? Now we're seeing this a new day. Me personally, I would like to see, like, there is no media shows in the South that kind of get their artists or their personalities to talk a bit like how we do here. I would love to see Boosie have a show or something where he gets to share his perspective on a daily basis, and then if his music is like still a part of that, where he can still tour and all of that, I think that's cool. But he needs to learn how to switch gears at this point. Like, you're not, like, I think that the engagement can kind of run concurrent, but it's about how you deliver it, right? So with Pump putting out a picture and getting 1 million likes, people like his character more than they like his music. But I think there are people that share both, or have both things running parallel to each other, where it's your personality and your music. You just got to find an ill way to do it. You know?
And also, like, I've kind of warned, like, just rappers about just either overexposure or just using your platform for not what you're actually selling. Like, you're not a comedian. Like, yeah, you do want to get people to know you, but like I've always said, I remember when I was watching 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd beef. They got 200,000 people watching them on live. And I would say to the motherfucker, I would say, y'all don't even plug a single?
Right.
Y'all don't, y'all get the most amount of attention and y'all don't make it to be anything about music. A lot of times on these Instagram lives we see there's a lot of viewers, they're just talking about some other shit, or they're weighing in on something. They don't even like let people know, like, hey, listen, yo, all right, why we talking about that? Yo, my album, let's talk about my album real quick. You get me? And if I'm tuning into you and you're never talking about your music, you're almost like losing that thing that I see you as a musician for. You're a personality.
Just entertainment.
Right. Yeah.
Hey, the pivot. Half podcast, half tour, something like that.
Hey, listen.
We'll see. He can make a lot of bread off of it.
Come on, man.
Let's see. I think we
Come
got.
on, dog.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that shit is. He got moments like that forever.
All right, let's get to some quick hits, please. All right, so we've been talking about Lil Nas X and Old Country Road forever, and now he's doing really well. Of course, they snubbed him on the Hot Country Songs chart, but he has topped the Billboard Hot 100. According to Billboard, he's the first artist since Cardi B with Bodak Yellow back in 2017 to land a #1 on the chart with their very first song to enter the list. Good for him.
Man, congrats to that guy, man. Congrats to him. Even though, I think you watched yesterday's Everyday show, because fans sent me a whole bunch of stuff, including his SoundCloud, with like a message that seemed to almost aim to people who were talking like me. And it was like, I have more songs. Like, this was literally on the SoundCloud. I have more songs than just.
I thought you said you checked the SoundCloud, though. Did you check the wrong one? Did they upload it just yesterday?
Well, no, they had views. I don't know if they were private. I couldn't see them when I went, or maybe I went to the wrong page. One thing I will say, though, and back into the conversation yesterday, none of his other songs are country.
Oh, yeah, I saw him teasing a new
very SoundCloud rapperish. You get me? Perhaps.
So are we still holding this against the Billboard country charts then?
Shit, perhaps they checked him out and be like, this nigga's doing a parody. His voice don't even sound the same. All that, like, you know what I mean?
Horses in the back.
Horses in the back. Nah. He's singing out that voice. So again, perhaps they looked at it as parody and probably say, you know what, we're good.
So did he finesse the country into a #1 record?
He finessed that into a #1. The thing is, I'm interested to see if, because he's promoting this new song called Titanic. Again.
Already? He got this song just went #1. He promoting a new song already?
Well, he's teasing it.
Right.
He's teasing like, yo, like y'all want me to drop Titanic kind of shit. And that is a complete left turn from this. It's not country at all. I'm wondering how that conversation goes.
I'm pretty
you
sure.
just had a country song that went #1.
I'm pretty sure kids is calling him the GOAT already. Like, this is how it happens. Yeah.
This is how it happens.
Yeah, for real. Like, I don't even know, like, and I think, you know, because I'm pretty sure he worked hard regardless of, like, you know, to get the way he's at today, but it's like, it's happening so quickly. Kids is already like, yo, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest, top 5 right now.
But if he doesn't make country music again,
I
seriously,
don't know, man.
like if you're his manager, right?
Yeah.
Just went #1.
I'm buying a Ferrari, nigga.
All right, cool. Got your Ferrari now.
Nah, go ahead.
Now you pull up to the studio in the Ferrari,
Right.
and he says, all right, cool, Wayno, we got the finesse off. Now I'm back to my SoundCloud rapper shit. And like,
Nigga, let's drop this country album. Fuck is you talking about?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm expecting
way.
the Old Town Road. I'm expecting the next song called Horse and Ponies, man. I'm expecting to see him imitate this, but
Yeah.
I don't know if
Well, on a more serious note, like, if I was managing a kid like this, I would have to know, like, who he really is, because, like, it could be a parody or it could be this is how he really lives his life. So the thing is if this
he
is
said
something...
he watched a Western. I was watching his Genius interview. He said he watched a Western, and he just kind of felt like the nigga in the Western.
Oh, just off of one. So he just watched one Western. Where's he from?
I'm not sure. And I'm not gonna only say he only watched one, but he was explaining some lines by saying, "Hey, these lines match like Matthew McConaughey in some Western movie." And I was like,
So you watched a marathon. So question for you guys. The whole world is paying attention now because this song is so big. Do you think he's expecting, and would it make sense for him to expect a lot of people to be checking and flocking to that next single if it's completely different, like we said, which it sounds like it's gonna be?
I think that's the
Like, does he have a captive audience now, or just the people who
No.
are here to be entertained for this one song?
You see, that's what I'm saying. I think his song is viral. Well, not even think it is. Did he capture a fan base? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't think he did. Only because every year we get one of these situations. Right? Like every year we get a situation where somebody has that one record. Maybe I think what worked for like Cardi B was she had like more records in the realm of who she was,
Right.
and that coasted her into dropping the album. And she had a personality and all that. With Lil Nas X, of course, everybody's gonna say he's.
But a lot of us are
industry
hearing
planner.
about him for the first time. Like
Yeah.
you said, Cardi had that audience already.
Yeah, she had an audience already. So it's like, it depends on what how this next record sounds, but right now he should just enjoy the success and just strategize on what he's gonna do next, because what he does next is gonna determine if he's here next year or not.
This song could be a gift and a curse. It could be a gift, clearly, so number one, but it could be a curse because if he's switching lanes, people will automatically like flock to what your biggest success is, want you to replicate it, and pretty much every time you don't replicate it, or if you're not even doing the same genre as what that was, like it pretty much down from there. But hopefully I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I like being wrong about that.
Yeah, we'll see. New music coming
Let's
soon.
see.
Sorry, before we go, like late last Thursday night, Future got on Instagram with Drake to tease more possible music, and according to him, there's a sequel album already cooked up. So, What a Time to Be Alive 2 might be coming. Were we expecting or looking for the sequel to this album, especially now? So, Future just dropped. Of course, Drake had a mega album last year. We heard that he was going to release new music anyway. Is this the right time for this?
Hey, you know what I realized? I realize sometimes, like, people are dick riders, period. On some real shit.
Yo, whenever you look off into the sky,
on some
you
real
never
shit.
know where
On
the
some real
shit
shit. No, on some
Go
real
ahead,
shit.
go ahead.
So, like, I remember when What a Time to Be Alive dropped. I promise you, the majority of the consensus, because we got a lot of music from those two men, was that that joint album was cool. It was mediocre with a few joints. Bruh, I see everybody act like that was motherfucking like the greatest collab album ever. Now they're like, oh my God, of course we want it. Like, unless maybe I'm just looking at the wrong crowd.
No,
gonna say,
I don't think
wow.
that you're wrong about that.
Like a lot of people are making that album seem it was way better than we were saying at the time. A lot of people like, yo, you could tell this was rushed in a week. Yo, you could tell they're just cashing out on a hype.
Yeah.
That was the talk then.
I did not realize perception had changed.
The talk now is that, oh shit, that shit was fire.
Wow.
People get so caught up in like the moment. Like me personally, I thought that the album was cool.
Everyone felt that way.
I thought
Literally
it was just
everyone.
Cool. Like I thought it was cool. I liked honestly, how many songs on that shit? Like maybe 16?
Yeah, I think it
Right?
was wrong.
I like strongly 5. Like strong 5. All the other ones is like hit or miss. Like I like fucking Free Bricks with Gucci Mane and Future more than I like What a Time to Be Alive. But I don't know. I think everybody just gets hyped every time they see two people around each other.
Yeah.
Like two people could literally just take a picture together and they be like, collab album coming, sneaker collab, merch collab. It's like everybody's just so, a picture sensationalized or a video sensationalized is like everybody's idea of what could possibly happen. And I think it forces a lot of artists to make albums. If they make one, they do. If they don't, it's cool. Like I enjoy Future's last album enough to where I don't really need.
Yeah, I just wonder
that,
about
like-
the timing. Like, why would now even be the time to drop this?
And you know what it also helped me realize? Just revisionist history in hip hop. A lot of times when you remember some shit, it's not even you're remembering the actual music, you're remembering that time for yourself. It was a good time in music when they dropped it. Like there was, like if you like Drake or you like Future, those two were on a run individually. That might have not been the best joint project, but for those artists, it was in a good period in their careers. Also, like, yo, I know some albums have like, just personally, like I remember it was a good time in my life. When you look back at it years later, the album just sounds better just because of that. So
Yeah, sometimes. But sometimes albums get better with time as well. It's like, I kind of look at that like Watch the Throne. There's a lot of songs that I wasn't crazy about when Watch the Throne first came out, but then like I listened to it again like last year and I'm like, damn, this shit really did, like, it aged well. I mean, like for that album with Time to Be Alive, it was cool and I still feel the same way. It's like, like my favorite song off of there is Diamonds Dancing. You know what I mean? Like there's a few cool joints on there, but I think it's because we got so much Future music and so much Drake music. It's like, it's not a special thing, you know?
Let's see. Surprising. I hate to end on a sad note, but guys, they took Sway Lee's monkey. Can't believe this happened. So the Fish and Wildlife Agency raided his crib and took his spider monkey. They said he's not getting the shit back.
You want to know why? I tell you why. Because the same shit as we was talking about before, social media. You know you ain't supposed to have these fucking animals, man. You got them all over social media every 5 seconds. You making yourself hot. That's all it is.
You flexing with the illegal animal.
How you can't, for real.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I'm launching an investigation. For real, for real.
Are you serious?
Because Sway is still denying that they ain't take it.
Oh.
He said they ain't take it. But then TMZ and everybody else said, no, the SWAT team went and got the animal.
SWAT team gave
and I'm
the
like,
monkey.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
I always
but you
wanted
can't-
one because of Grandma's Boy.
Well,
Know the monkey that gets tired?
I'm not,
like,
yo,
fetches
I've been
things?
around him and I've been around him. It looks like he takes very good care of the monkey. Again, it might still not fall within whatever the regulations is to have that animal, but I do know he loved that animal like a child.
But see,
had a
the
diaper on him, feed him a little bottle.
But see, but even
pat his
you're not supposed to
back.
put diapers on them. That's the thing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
I never mind. You ain't hear that?
Yeah, monkeys. I'm just saying, like, monkeys not supposed to wear fucking diapers. You know what I mean? For real. But the thing is, like, I was around one of them one time, like a monkey, and I wanted to take a picture with it, and they was like, nah, don't take no pictures because they'll fucking find where you took. They'll find the geotag or whatever, wherever we're
get
at,
the monkey?
and come raid the place for real. Cause it be people that they'll see that shit and the shit'll be on the explore page. They start sharing and be like, yo, they got a monkey here. They call Peter or some shit.
Oh, wow.
But you can't. You're not supposed to have. Yo, monkeys not supposed to have Pampers on them and shit.
I ain't even hear that, man. I ain't even hear that, man. I don't know what y'all talking
You guys
about.
remember Young Thug said, "Act that snake." He claims the snake is alive and
Yeah, I
he
don't
takes it out
believe
to
it.
spend
That's
quality time. I don't believe you.
I don't believe it.
Prove it.
He don't want to touch the shit.
Hold on.
What?
He tried to bite me recently. Not really bite me, but
It's a
like
snake.
No. Not my snake.
I want you to.
my snake.
I
I don't know
want
about
you
Hey,
to
this is getting uncomfortable.
prove that. Stop it. I want you to prove that this snake is alive. Akademiks.
Okay, I'm gonna bring him on the show. We ain't getting no guests recently. I'm gonna bring him on the show.
Who takes care of it? What do you feed him?
What you mean? I put a bunch of crickets in there. He a savage. He know how to handle himself.
Crickets,
You
aren't
know
you
how to
supposed to give him
handle
mice or
himself.
something? Is he
No,
still
it's not that
Oh,
one.
no, it's not that type of snake. First of all, imagine me having rats in my house like that to feed to the snake.
Okay. All right, as
And
long
no
as he's
joke.
alive.
I was
We
about
gotta
to
go.
flame you just now. Ooh, I was about to
It's
flame you.
time
All right, we
to
gotta go. We
Go,
gotta
yo.
go.
Oh, man. Yo, we're back tomorrow. 2 more episodes of Everyday Struggle, and then we're on break till the end of the month. We'll see you in the morning. Yeah, so inappropriate.
Oh, I was about to flame that.